What's up, ladies and gents? So today we're gonna be installing a roof rack on the WRX. We're gonna be installing the OEM roof rack with the Yakima windshield. I've read online that supposedly the Yakima windshield doesn't fit on the OEM rack, but that's the older model Yakima. So I'm gonna see if hopefully this newer model Yakima fits just fine without any mods. If it does, I'll just make the mods as needed. First things first, I'm gonna clean these surfaces where the roof rack is gonna sit, so no dirt or anything gets stuck there for however long I end up keeping this roof rack on there. So I'll just spray it. Oh shoot, look, it came with the Torx screwdriver. So it came with instructions, which is pretty cool. So step number one, press the top of the tab and then use the Torx bit to loosen the cap off. Then step number 4 wants me to pop open the caps on the roof. So I got a small flathead to pop these open. I don't want to break them. There we go. That's one. Oh shit. Oh good, it didn't break. Then step 5, clean the surface, which I already did. So now I can start laying down the rack. So basically it has little slots that slide into these holes here. You just kind of feel it that it sits in. And the edges here also end up sitting flush. This one too. Now I'm gonna do the same thing for the rear one. And then I'm gonna do all these steps. So get the screw, pretty much tighten them down, put the cap on, put the Torx screw back on, and then click it shut. And then after that, I'm gonna put the windshield. I'm just putting it loosely right now, so I can align the bolts first. And you gotta make sure that they're aimed in this manner, because if they're pointing the other way, it's gonna bump into the cap here. Now we can put the cap on with the Torx screw that's in there. There's a specific Torx spec that the sheet comes with. Here it is. It says 30 to 35 inch-pounds, but I'm gonna just put a Lonzy spec. And then click it shut and do the same thing on pretty much all corners. 32 inch-pounds. And then give it a good shake to make sure everything's bolted right. Yep. No, this here is the exciting part. The Yakima windshield comes with its bracket. These are the newer model Yakima brackets, which hopefully I don't have to make any mods to mount the windshield. We'll see. Here's what the bracket looks like. It has a little pad here for cushion when it sits against the chassis. Like, they come with other transparent pads too that I'll show later. And then this just pretty much wraps around here. Well, so far so good, because it sits pretty flush up against the roof rack here. And it looks like there's still clearance on the sunroof here, but I'll see once I mount the rest of them. As you guys saw, it hugs the roof rack pretty nicely on all of them, and they all clear the sunroof. But once I put the Yakima windshield on and these protective pads that go out where this sits on the chassis, I'll try to put the window up, the sunroof up, and then see if anything interferes. And it came with these little clips here that should just pop in these holes. There's 4 of them. I was so quick to put this thing on that I didn't even pay attention to the instructions. So you have to make sure that the middle brackets have the 2 slots, or else your windshield holes are not gonna line up with the holes that they're supposed to go in. I just had that issue, but I swapped them out. It's no big deal. All right, now that it's all on and bolted down, everything sits very nicely. See how it's flush right here and flush against the edge. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put these protective pads here on every one of these resting points, and there it is, done. You can kind of see the protective pads here, the transparent ones there. So now it's the moment of truth. I'm gonna test the sunroof and see if there's any clearance issues or anything. It's kind of looking like maybe right there, but let's see. All right, that's all the way up. And that's open. Now let me close it back up. And there you go. There's no clearance issues. I'm pretty satisfied how this thing came out. I'm glad there were no clearance issues or anything, and everything was just a straight bolt-on. So there you go. If you guys want a Yakima windshield, you guys now know that the newer generation with these specific mounts work. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.